Do you hear that? That is the sound of the utter panic of the people who have lied to all of us over the last couple of years about COVID, realizing that their COVID house of cards is crumbling down. It is all happening so quickly right now, it's almost too much to take. Just literally in the past couple of weeks, we have found out. So now the CDC has eliminated sort of the length of the option, right? They went from recommending 10 days of quarantine to now recommending 5 days of quarantine. Where did that come from? It's not certainly not based on any kind of science. It is based on the fact, and the CDC director said this, it comes from the fact that Americans are just not taking it anymore. She said verbatim that we established that guidance based on what we thought people could handle. This is an actual thing that the CDC director said. Now we're starting to realize that the 800,000 number, that number that the left has said that we have 800,000 people who have died of COVID, we're starting to realize that that number may or may not be true. Because now we're starting to realize that the amount of people that have died with COVID are vastly more than the amount of people who have died because of COVID. Those are two very important distinctions. And now you get the CDC director saying things that conservatives have been saying over the past 2 years, things that were based on science the entire time, which is that the majority of people that are at the highest risk for hospitalization or death from COVID have other comorbidities like obesity, like immunodeficiencies, all of these things. So now they're really starting to finally say these things on record. And last but not least, there is more and more information every day that proves that Dr. Fauci likely lied about the gain of function research that he was presiding over for the Wuhan lab that the coronavirus possibly, likely came from. So we're learning all of these things now, and we're learning these things 2 years later, after countless lives have been destroyed, after people have lost their businesses, as people have committed suicide, as people have basically seen their lives destroyed because of these people's lies. I have to be clear, the only reason that we are seeing the truth right now, the only reason that we are starting to see this steady trickle of what a lot of us have known to be truth for quite some time is because it is starting to negatively politically affect the Democrats that have shoved these lies down people's throats over the past 2 years. It is really something else, and it is going to be something else to see how the far left liberals who have believed these lies about COVID respond when confronted with the actual truth.